today's recipe, we need onion about this size. It's like small to medium onion, which is sliced, roughly sliced actually. Okay, then we need lentils, so which is lentils. It's soaked for about an hour now, and this is about half a cup of red lentils. Okay, then we need a very small portion of ginger, garlic, and 1 green chili. The ginger that I've taken is almost like a tiny, half an inch ginger pod, and the garlic cloves that I've taken is about 5 to 6 medium-sized garlic cloves. Okay, then I've taken tomatoes, which is again roughly chopped, which is about 3 tomatoes, small to medium tomatoes, and I've got black pepper here, so black pepper powder, or if you want you can use a freshly grounded black pepper as well. And I've got about 1.5 cup of carrots, which is sliced roughly. So I did it in the food processor, so it came out like this. If you want you can make more fat slice as well, that's fine. So this about this size of carrot, so it's about 3 to 4 carrot depending on the size and texture. And then we need is, for spices, we need red chili flakes, okay, which will add like spice to your tongue. We need some oregano flakes as well, okay, and we need oil, vegetable oil. So let's get cooking and show you what exactly I'm cooking today. Okay, so for the cooking we need an oak, about this size, an oak. Okay, so I'll just show you a closer picture. Okay, this is the oak that we would need. And yes, once we get the oak on the flame, okay, so we have put this on flame, and let us just quickly see. Okay, so I'll show you what exactly is that I'm making. Okay, so we need to add about 1 teaspoonful of oil, about this much oil. That's it. So this is the amount of oil that goes in it, which is like about 1 teaspoonful of oil. Okay, so we would let it heat for some time. Okay, so you can see, okay, you can feel it. It's actually warm now. So as it is warm, we would put the gas on simmer, okay, and then we were gonna add the vegetables one by one. So first we'll start with the garlic, the ginger, and the chilies. So I'll show you what goes in first. Okay, so now let us just quickly put the ginger, garlic, and the chili in it. Wow, it started sparkling, and that's really nice. Okay, then after you stir it for about good like 5-10 seconds, you add in the onions. So I'm adding the onions. Okay, so now you need to let it fry for about a minute or so. That's it. That would be it. So just let it fry for about a minute. Okay, and this has all been done in low flame. So once you start smelling, the onions and the ginger and the garlic, the raw smell is over, and you start smelling the little saute kind of a smell. That's the time when you need to add the carrots. So I'm going to add the carrots in it. So in goes the carrot. Okay, now give it a good stir. Okay. And let it cook for about like another 5 minutes. So put the lid on and let it cook for another 5 minutes. Okay, so it's been cooking for about like 5 minutes now. Let's open the lid and we will quickly check how it looks like. I'll show you guys how it looks like. See, you can see that the carrots are almost sauteed now, so it's time for us to add in the tomatoes. Okay, so as the carrots, as I told you, that the carrots are cooked, so I'm adding the tomatoes to it. So in goes the tomatoes. Okay, it's now smelling very nice and very refreshing kind of a smell. So it's the aroma that's coming out now. Because the carrots, the onions and the ginger garlic, everything has been cooking in it for quite some time now. And do you see the color of the carrots? Oh my god, it's looking so yummy. It's really yummy. It's looking very nice, very fresh. So I have just added about the tomatoes. Now it's a good time to add the the black pepper powder to it. Okay, so we've just added, that was like about half a teaspoon of black pepper powder. So I've just added, and I'm gonna mix it very well. And I'm gonna again put the gas on simmer. Okay, and let it saute and absorb the flavors in it. So let us just add it. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna add some salt to it. So it's time for us to add salt. I'm adding about 1 teaspoon of salt, but you can always add salt as per your taste. Once you mix the salt, you give it, once you add the salt rather, you just give it a good mix, okay? And let it again cook for another 5 to 10 minutes, because now it's going to absorb the entire flavor into all the vegetables that's gone in. If you want to add any more vegetables, you can always do that, but I prefer to do it because you would be really happy to see how the final outcome of this soup comes out to be. Okay, so it's been cooking for a good 7.5 minutes now, and I think it's time for me to quickly check the details and check the food, how the food, or maybe the vegetables are sauteed. So I'm just putting the gas on simmer again. I'm opening this. Oh wow, it looks so much blanched and so much sauteed. So let me just quickly show you what is the next step that I'm gonna do. Okay, so the next step is adding the lentils to it. So just added the lentils, okay, about half a cup of lentils, as I informed, as I mentioned before. So now I would mix the lentils very well, okay, and I would now add water to it. So I'm adding water because I just ran out of vegetable stock, but if you want, you can add vegetable stock to it as well. So that would actually enhance the taste. You can actually buy vegetable stock, cubes from the market, so you can add 1 or 2 cubes to it. So that's really good. Okay, now it's time for me to add water to it. So I'm adding about 2 glasses of water. Okay, in goes the water. If you need more, you can use more as well, because this will eventually thicken up and it will become a very nice gravy kind of a soup, which is specially used in cold countries to give you a really nice, especially in winters as well, because it gives you that nice warm feeling as well as it fills your tummy. It's very healthy, very nutritious, and gives a lot of energy to your body as well. So we will now let it cook with the covered lid on for about good hour's time, okay? And if you want, you can actually pressure cook it and take about 2 to 3 whistles and it will be done. But I like to cook it in simmer so that every bit of the soup just tastes yum whenever you taste it. So I would allow some time to cook and let it simmer for good some time and then boil eventually, and then cook in between. There is a exchange of nice and beautiful tastes that comes up in your mouth when you taste it. So let's wait for about an hour's time now, and then I'll come back and show you how exactly it's looking. Okay, so now it's been good like about half an hour. So I would like to come back and check how exactly it is cooked. So I do see that it's almost done. Oh my god, it's really done well. Okay, so if you need to add a little more water, please don't hesitate to. So I'm adding a little more water, about another glass, so which is in total 3 glasses of water that I've just added to it. And I would bring it to boil again and let it boil for another 5 minutes on high heat this time. So it's cooking, and cooking. Lovely. And yes, so it's cooking right now. So let's cook for some more time. Okay, so now it's been boiling for another 3 minutes now. Okay, so it's time to let it rest. So I'll switch off the gas and let it rest for some time. Once it cools down a little bit, we're gonna blend it and make a thick soup out of it. So let us wait for some time now. Okay, so it's time for us to blend it. So I'm using a hand blender to blend it. Okay, so you can use the conventional way of using a mixture, but I prefer using a hand blender. So I'm blending it well. Okay, so it's done. Okay, now as the blending process is completed, we are going to add some oregano flakes that I told you in the beginning, so to give it a nice touch of flavor. Okay, if you want, you can add a little bit of cream to it as well, but since this is one of the healthy versions of soup, so I'm not adding any cream, but yes, you can definitely add a little bit of cream to garnish. Okay, now I'm adding red chili flakes to make it a little spicy in those cold, snuggly winter time, so that you can actually drink it very nicely with your loved ones, sitting down snugly and watching the television. Okay, this is how you're gonna serve it, and I have added a little bit of tinges, a piece of white butter, because I like the taste of butter, white butter, and I've garnished it with red chili flakes, and it's good to go. So you can serve it as dinner, you can serve it as your mid-evening snacks. Okay, mid-evening, sometimes you crave of eating something very healthy or something like that, or if you're doing a detox diet, you can also try and drink this in the morning instead of breakfast. It's not that I'm telling you to skip your breakfast, but once in a week, if you don't want to eat something which is very heavy for breakfast, you can just rely on this soup, because this is also very, very yummy and also very filling to your tummy. So guys, you can make variations to this as well. If you want to add, if you want to make it into a non-veg soup, you can add boiled chicken pieces to it, or any other vegetables. If you want, you can also do that. And if you are trying or experimenting with this soup, do leave me a comment below to let me know how it was and what experiment that you have done with this dish. And if you like this dish, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit on the bell button right beside the subscribe button to get notifications whenever I upload a video on my channel. So waiting for your reply and your comments, guys. It's my time now to enjoy the soup in this chilly winter. Oh my god, on my couch with the goodness of the soup. Oh my god, because today out here it is snowing and it's really, really very chilly. So I would really, really enjoy this soup. So see you next time. Till then, stay tuned and keep watching Be Obsessed. and leave your comments below. And if you like my beginning that I have, created my introduction and my beginning, if you guys like that, please don't forget to leave me a comment on that as well, or if there's any changes that is needed to be done. So see you next time. Till then, bye bye.